seeing you. Remind me what we've been through. I can't stand to see your face without me inside your space. I know you feel the same and it's cool. This won't do, but I want you. I still love you.
I'd like to welcome you to the Motherfucking World's Greatest Podcast in the
Third time's a charm, ladies.
And they didn't need to know it was 3 times. That's the beauty of TV magic. You can make things happen with people not knowing. But with all of that being said, another great episode. And now who else we got? We got more great guests. Always great guests. And this time we have the owners of Plastic Missiles in the fucking building. Make some noise. Brothers. Before we deep dive into all good things Plastic Missiles, introduce yourselves. Let the people know who you are.
My name is Marty.
I'm Marty. Marty, where you from, Marty?
Originally from Sea Pleasant, Maryland.
Okay.
Born and raised in PG County. Yeah, that's me.
What's up, everybody? Everybody just called me too. Another part of the brand Plastic Missiles. Raised in Cheverly, Maryland. 80s baby. Family man. Debbie's son. You know.
I like it.
Stuff.
80s baby.
Yeah.
Are you late 80s or like early 80s?
86.
Okay.
I'm 88.
All right. Okay. That's more. No disrespect. I'm just saying that's more. You know, those are my guys. You know, I seen them in school one time. So Plastic Missiles, y'all been around for a while. Not one of these. There's brands that are a little newer in growth, but you guys, I think 2013.
Yeah.
Around that time.
Around that time.
Maybe even a little before.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said I just want to make sure, but I remember it's been a lot longer than you know, like your 2000s.
Instagram says.
Yeah. It's crazy though. The story's crazy.
So, with that being said, bring us for people who don't know because people like he said, the Instagram era, people they just see you, and check us, follow us on Instagram. But for people who don't know the story take us back to 2012, 2013, way back then. What was it like when Marty was getting this thing popping?
So, man. All right. So it started as a passion project between me and two, which is my blood cousin, by the way.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
That's my blood cousin. So
Like his mama.
Is my mother's sister. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like grandmas, both y'all grandmas. Gotcha.
Exactly. So it started probably like 2008, 2009.
Yeah, because that's around when Samir was born. So
Yeah. So it started as basically I started learning how to do graphics. Self-taught graphic designer. I was like freelancing a lot of work for other clothing lines, and pretty much wasn't getting my due paid from them. None of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I saw myself building all these other brands up with the designs. I was like, I can do this on my own, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then he's an amazing artist. You know what I'm saying? We both, he's amazing. He can draw. You know what I'm saying? So like, we just like bump head with each other. His wife used to watch my kids.
Okay.
So I was over his house like every day. So I used to bring the laptop over and we just started brainstorming on stuff. And pretty much like around 2008, 2009, we started just like brainstorming on stuff and just coming up with like mock-ups and stuff, but never did nothing with it at all. Never did nothing with it. And it wasn't until like 2013, 2014, I just jumped the gun, created a website. He ain't even know nothing about it. I just created
with the mocks.
Website. Yeah. Well, I made new designs.
Okay.
But just like created a website, put it out there, just let it go.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Just let it go. And he hit me like, cuz, what you doing? That's really how it happened. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it started as a passion project. We would brainstorm on stuff, and I don't know. I didn't really take it too seriously at first, honestly. But as people started catching on, and like a lot of people started supporting it, I was just like, "It's what it is." You know what I'm saying? We're gonna run with it. It's move. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's pretty much how it happened in a nutshell.
No,
Long
you-
story short.
No, you said something interesting within that story. You said that you just put it out and you just like said fuck it.
Yeah.
We just
Literally.
but when y'all started in 2008, you was like, yo, you didn't know. So what was like the maybe what happened in between that time that we was ready to kind of say fuck it?
What was the fucking moment?
Yeah, exactly. What
I mean, really, I don't know. Bored one night, you know what I'm saying? I was like, let me create this website. Just bored, you know what I'm saying? Let me create this website. Started promoting it for like a couple of weeks, and then I just probably not even weeks. I probably promoted and dropped the website the same week.
This is what you gotta understand about me.
I'm about to say too. Like he like let me tell you what it is.
Super impulsive, right?
Yeah.
Now, strategize is crazy.
Oh, so that's the 5 years.
No, but strategize is crazy. Things lined up. Okay, we're gonna do this. Random Tuesday midnight.
Fuck it.
Yeah, that's me.
So you say y'all butt heads. I heard that.
Nah, we don't butt heads. I don't think so, right?
Not it doesn't have to be bad. I think sometimes when we use certain terms, I like to clear things up. People are like, not like you guys are angry, but like y'all in a working relationship. So like things have to be.
Yeah.
For lack of a better term, I'm the one that could kind of reel Mars back in.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Big lofty ideas, which is beautiful, but it's like, come on, Mars, we gotta stay focused.
I'm a
Might be the
dreamer.
only
Okay.
one that could do that.
I'm a dreamer.
I like that.
Nah, I really am.
Maybe
I'm
it's
a
white
dreamer.
too.
Yeah.
So with Plastic Missile, so let's talk about. So we get to 2014. The website is out there. He seems not upset. He's like, Mars, what's going on here? I ain't. But once you get on board, what's the next step?
Hold on, before we get there, where'd the name come from?
I like that question. I like that question because a lot of people ask that, right? So, all right, so plastic, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a material that a lot of people look at less than gold, metal, even wood. You know what I'm saying? It's a lesser material, a cheaper material to the masses, right? And then when you think about a missile, right? When you think about a missile, what come to your mind? Both of y'all mind.
Bombs.
Bombs,
Aluminum.
something explosive, destruction, something explosive, something having impact,
Yeah.
right? So we
Steel.
correlate exactly. So we correlate that with something that has the ability to be explosive, but plastic being a lesser material. That's why we phrase a term for the underdogs, because whether you a felon, whether you got a disability, whether you a child growing up in a bad situation, everybody has the ability to do something great. And that's our spin on the brand, not just clothing, but in life. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody came from a perfect background. Everybody had trials and tribulations when they grew up. And I think everybody here can attest to it. Everybody ain't having no gold spoon in their mouth.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? But everybody in this room right now got the ability to be something great. You know what I'm saying? So we say for the underdogs, but that's what we mean by it. That's what Plastic Missile mean.
Okay. That's all right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like they can shoot off,
Yeah. Be
no
something
matter
great.
what you are.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go.
LeBron James, he ain't grow up in the
Yeah,
best.
that's real shit.
But look at him now. It's a Plastic Missile. You know
I like
what I'm
that.
saying?
I gotta start telling niggas to use it like that because that shit is hard. Like, when you use it, I'm like, okay.
It's not too many platforms offered to us that we able to
Hey,
really
listen,
explain
man,
it
if
like
you don't
that.
call these dudes up and listen, be here for like 5 minutes and they dropping shit on
This is our
motherfuckers.
jobs, though, people.
Yeah.
Don't do too much, you know?
So we were saying, you said you were in no matter what, even if you was, no matter what. But when you actually did get in, what do you remember about that kind of time in the brand?
Excitement. Like almost an exhale. You know?
Why exhale?
Because it was just a bunch of ideas. Drawings on corners of papers. You know, designs in iPod touches. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
That's
So to
it.
see some of that.
Yeah.
And you know, we started like kind of trying to build around sneaker releases. So
Okay.
the Olive 9s, the Toro 4s, you know?
Yeah,
So
so
to
to fit
see-
the way with them jumps.
Exactly. So to see, you know, some of those ideas or those thoughts finally come to fruition on the actual product, it's like, that's 5 years, 6 years, 7 years in the making. So, you know, exciting for me, cause you know something I always wanted to do, especially doing it with Cuz. So big sigh of relief finally.
Yeah.
What do you remember about that time?
Around that time, man. So the thing about me, like he said, I'm impulsive. You know what I'm saying? So like the way my mind think, like we doing photo shoots for that, I'm already thinking like 2, 3, 4, my bad.
No,
2,
you
3,
good.
4 releases ahead. That's the way my mind works. You know what I'm saying? So like honestly, up until recent, all of that was a blur. You know what I mean? I remember things, but it was really a blur because I feel like all of that was building up to now. Like now is when I can really sit back and really like we could strategize and really look at the future. You know what I'm saying? Because things set in place. We got the following. We got the constant drops. We got the people supporting us. You know what I'm saying? We built that fan base, but back then it was a whole lot of grind. So it was a blur. You know what I'm
Talk
saying?
about the grind. What you? I know you said you don't remember, but you got to remember certain feelings or things that were like maybe an event or something. What was that? Just the grind. What was that like?
Fast pace. Very fast pace. Like I'm talking like random alleyways in DC's.
Oh yeah.
In DC, photo shoots, just spur of the moment. We got the fit on, we gonna do a photo shoot. You know what I'm saying? Like super random. You know what I'm saying? Self-taught editing between us, you know what I'm saying? Doing all of that. So all of it was a learning experience, but I mean, it was cool. You know what I'm saying?
Was there something you learned, or was there like a time you were like, man, I'm really enjoying this. Like I'm learning the most ever, or
I enjoy every step of it. You know what I'm saying? Like from the one T-shirt sales, I enjoy it because it's like your first sale. It don't matter. You know what I mean?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you buy an ounce, you sell one bag, and you excited. You like, oh, I'm about to be right forever. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the same feeling for real.
Yeah, for sure
You
it
know what
is,
I mean? So it's like I enjoy everything. Like I enjoy everybody who wears it, reposts it. Don't matter if it's an old piece, I enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the grind. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's like all of that was a blur. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot going on back then in my personal life. So you know what I mean? But yeah.
I heard you say something like you said now things are set in place where you can sit back. Was there a specific time, or was there a certain thing you knew like we did something like okay, now we can not chill, but we can be like, all right, we don't have to.
You can be present.
We don't have to have so much.
Yeah. So I think the biggest thing is that we my bad.
Okay.
We kind of got a system together to where we don't have to be so last minute with releases now. You know what I'm saying? We have our releases set up for months ahead. So it's just the strategizing, the content, the promo, how we going to strategize on that kind of stuff. Whereas in the past, it's like, oh, you know what I'm saying? We dropped this shirt this month. We need to come up with this design so we could put something out in 2, 3, 4 weeks. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So it was very fast paced back then because it was just up in the air. We didn't know what we was doing. It was a passion project, like I said. So like we didn't really know, but now we got things set in place to where we can really like sit back. We got our releases lined up. Like, what's the best approach to promoting this? Or what's this photo shoot going to look like? What's this promo video going to look like? To where we don't got to be so stressed out with, you know, just putting stuff out. So it's a lot better now. And that plays a big part of it.
And trust, the random stuff will still come.
Oh, yeah.
Believe that.
Yeah.
But you know, looking at Black History Month, we got to have a release for that. Hey, Earth Day is coming. Let's make sure we do something for that, especially with the brand Plastic Missiles. So, you know.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what really made me say, okay, we got something going. We did a couple sweatsuits. Year and a half, 2 years ago. The green and the burnt orange.
That was last year.
Oh. So,
Beginning of last year.
yeah, we did these 2 sweatsuits, heavyweight. We did a crazy photo shoot. Had a crazy promo video for it. And when did you end up releasing them? Randomly, midnight?
Yeah.
And they went crazy. I mean, they went crazy. They flew. And it wasn't just men; it was women, young dudes, young girls. So that's when I was like, okay, yeah, we can breathe a little bit. Like, because of how that flew randomly in the middle of the night, that means people was watching. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I felt
That's the
like,
impulsive part of me. Like, I saw the likes on the Instagram. I was like, I'm dropping these tonight. Ain't tell nobody. I was like, I'm dropping these tonight.
I had another question, but this to me sounds much better.
Go ahead, Charles.
When he does that, what's your first thing? Don't look at him. Tell me what's the first thing on your mind.
And I just so happened to be up that night. Right?
Yes.
I'm part of the brand. I'm still always gonna support the brand. So if midnight comes, hey, where's my wallet? Mars dropped the sweatsuits. I gotta get mine. Literally. And I don't never trip. I know that's him. I let him be him. He let me be me. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes you gotta let people do
That's why
that.
y'all don't give me control of that type of stuff.
Yeah.
on YouTube.
I'm gonna tell you, the first thing that comes through every time I do something impulsive on my phone, cuz. First thing I see, he's like, cuz.
That's how
I be
you
laughing. I be like,
That's how you feel.
And then it's I bet.
that's how I be. That's real life how I be.
I'm sorry. That just
I be on the other side of the phone cracking. Like,
On my side of the phone is usually one of
This mother. Again, huh?
yeah, that's what my wife said. Oh, Mars did it. Dropped the sweatsuits that was supposed to be a week and a half.
And we
must
got
be
the
okay.
whole marketing and promotion campaign.
Nah, but what
Oh,
they
yeah.
didn't tell you about that though is because I didn't notify nobody that those was dropping that night. The night that they dropped, I didn't like do no promo at all. Put them on the site. I ain't do no Instagram posts. I ain't do no email list release.
Oh,
like
wow.
niggas was really on the site
Facts.
looking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they almost sold out overnight. Almost. It was like 2 or 3 sweatsuits left. You know what I'm saying? So it just showed, like, just to piggyback off what he said, it showed us that, like, niggas really be watching. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that was a crazy moment.
So you kept saying it's a passion project.
Mm-hmm.
Where does the passion come from?
I like art. I like to draw. I like designing. I like clothes. You know what I'm saying? So it's just something that's ours. You know what I mean? Something. Like I said, it started out in his apartment. Me bringing my laptop over, just doing designs and stuff, and it was. We never I don't even think we really had plans of putting it out. It was just like a name, and we were just building designs around.
We wanted to. I mean, we was working on our own camos.
Yeah, our own camel prints, everything.
Yeah, it was gonna be crazy. We was doing regional things. You know, we was
Yeah.
gonna do Maryland stuff, DC stuff, Virginia stuff.
I'm glad, man. Y'all are perfect because y'all hitting all the things in my brain. But I'm glad we gonna get back. We gonna get back to that.
Yeah.
But the question you talked about earlier during the grind, you said you had to work to it. Were there anybody along the way? Anybody you reached out to, mentors, just anybody you saw doing something was like, man, that person knows what they're doing. That kind of helped you see like, all right, we can actually do this.
I mean, everybody, like all the local designers for real. Around that time, I think really all I had to look towards was like, I don't even think Makuna was around no more at that time. But like just all, the local brand shooters.
Yeah,
They always around.
you still got the
Marlon-
shot.
Yeah. Marlon, Aja Amani, he's always around.
For
He
sure.
might not be like in the limelight, but he still makes stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think at the time it was this brand called Durkle.
Yeah,
Based out of here, yeah. Lucas, he
put me on Durkle early.
yeah,
Super early.
he was doing stuff, and then just like your shops like Commonwealth that had their own pieces, Major, when Commander Salamander was around,
Yeah,
like just
wow.
all of them shops. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Everybody like them. It's like I feel like they all had the same grind. You know what I'm saying? They had to start from somewhere. So I was real big into.
You're a
like
real
the,
student of this.
Yeah, I was real big into sneaker culture, the streetwear culture, all of that. Like real
way
big.
back
Yeah,
when it wasn't cool.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Back when your friends would say you dressing like a white boy.
Yeah,
You know.
nah, facts.
We
Facts.
were the odd ones out. Well, I don't know necessarily your crew of friends, but definitely in my group of friends, I was the odd one out. Jeans a little slimmer. A lot more colors. I gave up on the 2X white tees early. You know what I'm saying?
These are 80s babies, just so y'all realize the energy. Like, that's why they
real
talking to y'all.
80s
They like, listen, we seen it all.
Yeah. So
I'm
like,
talking like Old Navy. Old Navy. You know what I'm saying?
hey, two, you good in the basement, too. You good in the basement, too. You good in the basement.
Yeah.
I remember that every time.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. You know what I like about y'all? Y'all like fashion in a way that I don't think I think a lot of black people like, y'all enjoy it for what it is and how you wear it. A lot of people are like, you're like, you're naming these people, you're like, yo, I remember this. I remember the shoes. I remember.
Yeah.
That's how fashion shit. You wearing it, right?
I remember the feeling. Finally getting a WB sweatshirt, you know? Wow. Begging moms for months. You know what I'm saying? I know the feeling of having pieces that you've been eyeing. You know what I'm saying? So
Let's talk about pieces.
Oh shit!
Because that's an interesting concept because y'all make pieces. When you think about certain pieces, just as a consumer, was there a certain one that just in your heart you just like, man, that made me get into this, or that made me realize this is what I really like this? And is there a piece for you that you really feel like when y'all made, y'all were like, man, this is the piece?
So you mean locally or not?
No, just anything.
Anything for real put out.
oh yeah. Like
BBC ice cream.
super heavy on the
All of
BBC.
Okay.
All of that.
On the bake back in the day. On the Stussy and the Crooks and Castles and the Tim Beeb and the Hundreds.
Yeah, all of that.
Like my favorite hat ever, cheetah camo trucker, early Crooks and Castles.
You see, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Like
you see the passion? I love this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Everybody used to have their little codes they used to put out so you can get your discount.
Yeah.
And so the thing with me, like I was, local guy, Makunu and Saul. Then I went to Norfolk State, right? All of that local stuff was gone. So really, Norfolk State. So I went to Norfolk State. 06. I went to Norfolk State. So that's a whole different type of dress down there. That's when I discovered Commonwealth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So
In Richmond, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Original.
So,
That's the Gene Brown.
so now, because we had a little bus that would take us down there.
Richmond, right? Is it in Richmond?
Norfolk.
Okay.
Tidewater area.
Okay. That's what the store is.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it was necessarily. Yeah, it was Norfolk.
Okay.
It wasn't too far from campus, but that really shaped the way I started dressing. I started getting heavy on the Vans and diesel shorts. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm coming back home. My friends looking at me like, "What's going on down there?" You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking back to Mars about all this stuff. And coincidentally, around the same time, Mars is heavy in the dunks, and me and him always messed around with skateboards. Can't skate for shit. We could ride it though. Might do an ollie, but So coincidentally, me and him were getting into the same thing around the same time, switching up how we were dressing, and we kind of just fell in love with fashion at the same time almost.
Yeah, so
from a
like when
distance.
he was in college, that was like my senior year of high school. So the whole dynamic, that's when he stopped looking at me like little cuz and like, all right, he can hang with me now. You know what I'm
Because
saying?
he was for sure little cuz. For a while.
Crazy part is we went to the same high school.
Yeah, we both went to Largo.
Yeah, we both went to Largo.
Wow.
That's all right.
You was still wearing your glasses then, wasn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what.
That's probably what it was.
Yeah, the specs. The specs.
Nah, y'all really some dope fashion cousins. Because I think a lot of times you said something that made me think too. You was like, your friends thought y'all was, some people thought y'all was out there like, why y'all dressed like the white boys.
They was the backpack kids.
But it was interesting because like he talked about the skateboard and it's like, yo, that's a real thing. Like motherfuckers used to ride skates. I got my rollerblades in the crib. Like I was off my brink shit because that's just I remember like wanting to wear like
Nostalgia.
Suppin Pups shirt.
Suppin' Pups.
Suppin' Pups. I wanted that whole shirt. I remember being so impressed. Like I want that, so I went to go get like doggy shirts for like a whole year because like I wanted to be off my brink shit.
Yeah.
So like when y'all talk about it, it makes it interesting that like there's a whole other culture of fashion. I don't think people realize that, like, this is how the black kids see the fashion. It's not always like, you know, it's like, yo, we watching this shit, we go to college, it's the same way everyone else is. I'm really glad y'all told those stories because those shits was amazing. Like, oh man, what would you, since we talk about it, PG County High School now, what do you think around that time was it for you guys that made it okay for you? Because that was, I think, a transition. I think maybe people from your era kind of helped pave that way for people to just dress like that and not have to dress a certain type of way. What do you think made it maybe okay for you guys to feel like you could do that?
I don't care about what nobody think about me. I like what I like. You know what I'm
It's just
saying?
straight like that.
Yeah, I like what I like. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
I don't care what nobody
not
think
gonna lie, I'll
about
be rocking my Sperry's forever.
Yeah, it is what it is, bro.
It's gonna be like that forever.
Yeah, bro.
You know, not just that. You know, our parents preached individuality.
Yeah.
Like big time.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Fact.
I mean, literally, you know, everything I tried to do when I was younger. Oh, you want to do that because your friend's doing it? You want to get your ears pierced because your friend's doing it? So they always, you know, wanted me on a path separate. So I think Mars was always the same way too. Mars hung out with me a lot. So yeah, we were always big on individuality.
Mm-hmm.
I really can't what anybody think. You know, as long as you're comfortable with yourself, nothing else really matters.
And that's a big part about it because especially having like a brand, following the trends and stuff, it's like that's a big deal. But at the end of the day, if you don't like what you putting out for yourself,
What's the point?
what's the point? You know what I'm saying? If you wouldn't wear it, if I wouldn't wear it, why am I gonna put it out?
I feel that.
You know what I'm saying? Everything we put out, and I'm not trying to speak for him, but everything that we put out, I think both of us would wear ourselves. Like, you're not going to catch me in nothing that I'm not going to put on myself just to keep up with the trends. Like, I'm not the high fashion nigga. I'm not that nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
I'm the streetwear nigga. Like, streetwear has evolved over time, but I'm that 100 Stussy, BBC ice cream streetwear nigga. Like, that type. That's what I like. You know what I'm saying? That's what we like, so we still trying to put that out.
No, I stand.
You know
Because
what I
like
mean?
when we met you at Chrissy's event, little pop-up jump,
Yeah.
I saw that you had on your gear, and I
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, this is my first time seeing this in person. And that shit
Yeah.
is like that."
Yeah.
And I was like,
definitely
"Say
dope.
less." I was like, "Yeah."
This joint is so hard. I really,
I had to put it on. Like,
I really
it was
love
a,
that
it was
joint.
a gift. We were supposed
Yeah,
to do
we'll
it.
show y'all. There's more gifts. We'll let y'all see that. Trust me, more to come. Regional. You talked about it a little earlier. You was like, at first you were like, Maryland stuff, DC, VA stuff. When I was going through y'all pages and stuff, I was like, yo, this is seems like a real DMV, not brand, but like at least a want to make it known that like, yo, we're doing this for everybody. And that's a little different in 2022 versus maybe like 2014. Y'all still seem to be still keeping, is there a reason why y'all like, yo, we still doing it for the DMV? Because a lot of people have kind of been like, oh, it's either DC, it's either Maryland, it's either Virginia now. But y'all really seem to be on the focus of this whole DMV
Shit,
thing.
and if you get to the right person, they might be like, "Fuck that Maryland shit, I'm from here."
That's my point. So like, there's still a focus seems to be on this whole, as a collective, and I thought that was interesting.
I feel like, in a way, so both me and him, we got a background in music, right? And so that whole strategizing where it's like you gotta have home first before you make it big. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have your home base. I think a lot of that comes from that. You gotta have home on your back before you can spread outside. Not saying that you can't have consumers or customers and other fan bases, but you gotta have home down lock, on lock. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think for myself, I take that aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? Just that mentality. And that's where a lot of that comes from. Like, and then it's like, I feel like nowadays we do have a lot of brands that are starting to stray away from the blueprint of what DC, Maryland, Virginia brands look like.
Which is
You
the
know what I'm
fashion
saying?
capital, by the way. I don't care what anybody says.
Oh, heck
Everybody
yeah,
came down here and took from us for years.
Yeah.
So that's another thing.
That's
That's a fact.
You
But I
know where
just
all
feel
the
like-
all the sauce originated from. Like, don't get it twisted.
okay, man. Niggas love Kanye, and he stank where he got his swag from. So
Nah, that's a fact, bro. You go anywhere, like even the way we talk. You go in the club anywhere else, a female gonna love the way we talk. They gonna love the way we dress.
I spent 4 years in North Carolina. So.
Yeah, you
They love
already
the
know.
lingo.
They love it.
They love the way we can flip a regular pair of New Balance.
Yeah,
Nobody do it like us. Nobody.
yeah.
You know?
I worked in Levi's and got like endless sales and commission just because of how I wore like the regular 511.
You see?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like,
That's when
crazy.
I was in Norfolk. I was wearing them Gap 1969.
Yeah.
Low rise boot cuts. All the well.
See how this
that
man
was a
is
great jean. No, that was a good jean.
That was a great.
That was a great
That was
jean.
that was
See
the
how this-
only
That was a
pair of
great
jeans I
jean.
see how this man
Not
talks
bad.
about
That's a great
jeans?
pair of denim.
Do you
Great
see?
pair of denim.
See how this man talks about denim?
No, because I wasn't a $40, $50 pair of Gap
No,
denims.
someone who
Like,
does-
them Jones was like $60,
No,
$70.
can I stop you? Someone
My
who
bad.
does fashion, please take these men, like pay them. Do you? This man is remembering boot cuts from 2006, like in passion. I don't listen. Please, somebody
They ain't-
come find this
They ain't fit
man.
like regular boot cut.
I get this, but listen, you only remember because this man said 1960.
No, I was working in the mall at around that,
That was
time when
the,
them
that was
Jones
the
dropped.
slim fit boot cut. That was
Yeah.
Yeah, I even remember the font that the 1969 was in the back on the back of the jump.
And see, you know how fast those
Levi's-
was for the foam pauses back
Because one of
then?
Levi's
For the
was
Nike boots back then?
Yeah,
Listen,
Yeah.
if I get some cash, I might
way
get
them
y'all to be
jumps-
my stylist.
Nah, the way them jumps
Because
used to
y'all
sit on the
niggas
top
got,
of the shoes.
because y'all talking
Especially
with
with
the
the
shit.
cuff.
yeah.
Yeah, these guys might be my stylist, man.
Because I
I
was
like
working
this.
at Levi's and they stole like one of Levi's cuts that came out around that time. They stole from 1969. I think it was like the 514 because they didn't have that cut until later on.
Yeah,
Yeah, and that was like the slim boot cut or some wild shit like that.
yeah.
And then that's why I like when the Black Label stuff came out. I don't know if y'all remember that. The Black
Yeah,
Label
yes,
had a
sir.
similar cut to the Gap 1969. So I was buying all of them up. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's outside of the DMV stuff. But even you see Mars hat right now. You know, we did a flip on
The Nats.
the Nationals logo.
I don't know if y'all can see it.
Let's see it.
I should have brought it with me, but we did a flip on the Washington Capitals jersey too.
Ooh, I need to see that one.
Version.
I want to see that
Bought
one.
it.
Because the Caps, I like a good Caps jersey.
You know, did an early Len Bias tee. You know, so we want you to know where we from.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
big time.
We never gonna forget where we from. You know, this where we started. This is home base. This where we got majority of the love. So you know, we always gonna do something for home. Always.
So you guys talk a lot about recycling and things of that nature. How does that sustainability and all that good stuff? I don't know much about that, but does that or anything play a part in the creation of the product? And because I saw the plastic ain't cheap, that's the first thing I was thinking, like, you know, sustainable
So
and all
you
that.
know, the thing about the plastic ain't cheap is.
Screenshot.
And that was before he explained. So when he explained, I was like, ah, that makes sense.
So this might be one of those late night 2 hour 2 and Mars conversations. I probably done smoked Mars drinking dog fish head and shit. So, and I'm just sitting there like, damn, Mars, man.
And this
you
ain't
know.
the new Jones, like this the
This the-
old Jones.
Yes, I was hoping. I was like, the new joint is hard, but I was like, the old throwback is.
Everything was young reflective.
And I don't even, how many was made? I got one. I don't even think you got
I got
one.
one.
Nah, I don't have one.
See?
It was like probably like 10 made.
Yeah, that was a few years ago too. That might be
I got
something to bring back.
Yeah, I was about to say y'all should bring that back.
Yeah.
Yeah, let them make
That's
a little
when
run
we
now.
didn't really have the following we have now too. So you know what I'm saying? Like it probably wasn't
Retro
a good
time,
to
baby.
bring it back.
Retro
Yeah,
time.
we talk about retro plastic too. So, you know. Tell them.
Retro time, Marty.
Mars got a couple pieces. This
That's-
one of the ones.
Listen, I want some of that vintage stuff y'all got from like the 08 collection.
I wanna see that in the
and the
back seat.
iPad Touch drawings. I want some of them things.
That early Basquiat, that Rose the Grew from Concrete tee.
Yeah,
was
it's a lot
crazy.
of stuff.
Yeah. He got a lot of stuff in the cut that
I got some things.
I'm impulsive, bro. I be making one-on-ones. He be like, well, damn.
plastic ain't cheap. That's so we thinking about plastic in the landfill. You know, that's killing the earth. It's killing the ozone. All that plastic, some of these
And it's heating up the core of the
women
earth.
putting in their body, that's not a cheap procedure. Especially if you want it done right.
Plastic ain't cheap.
Oh,
Card.
you pull that credit card out your pocket, it might be plastic. 100,000 credit limit on there. So that's that's the whole.
Oh, triple
plastic ain't cheap.
entendre. Don't ask me how.
So that's like kind of where the plastic ain't cheap came from. And then a lot of people may not be happy with our prices until they see the quality of the garment. Until they understand what was put behind it to, get this thing out. So that was the whole
company
plastic
itself
ain't cheap.
Ain't cheap. So
Ain't
yeah,
cheap.
I feel that.
We're not really trying to
What-
put out.
well, let's
no
talk about
shot,
that.
But no Gildan t-shirts. No, it's not a shot.
No, it's not.
You're good.
Listen,
You're good.
because
We've talked about it on the podcast before.
hold on. You know Ricardo, right? He's had the conversation about not being a t-shirt. That's what I'm saying. That's why when you said that was kind of fun.
No, but let me preface it because that's where we started from. You know what I'm saying? So this hoodie is an ode to like we've grown. You know what I'm saying? We started. All right, so let me tell you about the history of how we started. We started from like drop shipping our shirts from a fulfillment company. You know what I'm saying? Making designs. You go on the website and order. It automatically hits that design company. They drop. We never touch nothing. Never touch nothing at all. So it go into our website. It goes straight to them. They ship it out. And the price points is crazy because you might make like $5 off a shirt because they getting the bulk of it. But that's how we started. Then we invested in the vinyl cutter and the heat press. We started pressing them in the house, in the crib. You know what I'm saying?
Using your sister's office.
Yeah, using my sister's office for her business. On the weekends, we was pressing the jumps. You know what I'm saying? And then from there, we grew to like, all right, we can afford to get these pieces made from actual manufacturers. So it's been a grind. You know what I'm saying?
Getting
Like
samples
we really
first. Saying, no,
Yeah.
I don't like this. This needs to be changed. You know what I'm
a
saying?
sample's not cheap.
No.
For anybody who thinks samples are not cheap at all. You know what I'm saying?
No matter the product either, whether it's a bag or a t-shirt,
Yeah, it don't
it is
matter.
expensive.
You know what I'm saying? You could get, and I'm about to drop game, like, you could get these shirts made from manufacturers for, like, high quality shirts made for, like, between $10 and $15 a piece. You know what I'm saying? For a wholesale order. But when you order a sample, they want, like, $125, $150 for just one t-shirt.
Yeah.
Just one t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? Sample's not cheap. So just think about it if the print not right. You don't like the way the print feel on it, or you know what I'm saying? You don't like the quality of the shirt. You got to pay them another $150 to get another product. Like I don't like the feel of this shirt. Let me
Just
see
to
what
get
else
it
you
right
got. Or
for
you
the
gonna go with a whole nother manufacturer. You know what I'm saying? So that's what this hoodie is for. To just let people know like it's not no more heat press. It's not no more drop shipping. It's like we serious now. We with manufacturers. Like you getting quality products now. We can't embroider nothing in our house. I ain't got no embroidery machine, bro. You know what I'm saying?
One day.
Yeah, one day maybe,
That's
but
all.
like we can't do that in the house. So it's just an ode to like tell people like we grew. You know what I'm saying? We're not the same people we was back then.
And I just want to say this is a full circle moment because he said he was a blur at first. He said the past was a blur, and then he started reeling shit off. So I just want you to know when that passion hit you, buddy, that shit real. Cause I see the all going through. He's like, listen, nigga, we had the press in the crib, man. What you talking about?
Yeah.
Not just in the crib, at
My sister office. What you talking about?
Yeah, on the weekends we was at my sister's office cranking out shirts.
Sweatshirts.
Yeah.
Man, just getting it in.
Yeah. We even had our kids pressing sweatshirts.
Yes.
There's probably child labor laws against that.
But you know.
No, they're not. The kids, we were listening. It was a family event. We was all there. Wives were there too.
They live rent free. They could.
That's a fact.
He's like, what you talking about, man? We ain't
But the
doing.
thing about it,
But they get
our
everything.
kids love the brand.
They get
They
everything.
love the brand.
They get
So
everything.
I wanted to bring
It's a
that up.
learning experience.
You guys are great, man. You guys are doing my job for me today. Y'all got kids. Each of y'all. I don't want to put out y'all business. I don't know how people feel, but y'all got kids. So what is it like taking all that into account when y'all making stuff? Like, are the kids like, hey, what my kids wear this? Do the kid, hey son, is this cool? Like, how do they play a factor?
So I tell you this: every design, every conversation me and Mars have, I run it by my 15-year-old. I mean, Sanaya is literally my twin at 15. Same passions, could draw her ass off, creative as hell. So, she got a little thing she working on. She make jackets. So, it's just great to see the things I was passionate about being passed down to my children, and they passionate about not only what we doing,
What
you
they
know,
doing.
what they trying to start doing as well. So that's the biggest thing for me. And I've been talking about this stuff forever with the kids, so I can't keep talking about it if I'm not doing the work. Because then that showed them, they could just talk, they could just have ideas and not move with them. So yeah, it's beautiful for me.
Yeah, I like it too because it's like I feel like my kids are like my biggest fans.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, especially with my daughter, she's 13 now. She in middle school. Excuse me, she getting into the clothes and stuff. Everything. She want everything. All her
They flip
friends.
them uniforms
all
too.
her
don't they?
friends. Yeah, that's a fact. But all her friends, like, those more sales. You know what I'm saying? Because all her friends want
Listen.
it. They see her wearing it. She job popular in school, so they see her wearing it. They like, yeah, let me get that, all of that. So it's just showing them that, like, if you passionate about something, to keep going. So now my daughter, she done started making bracelets. She's selling them in school now. You know what I'm saying? But she following the prototype. You know what I'm saying? Even if you sell one a week, keep going. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like everybody got to start from somewhere. So it's like it's a learning process. They get the clothes. They learning in the process and everything. So it's like it works good for everybody. But
And look, my daughter been pressing me for about 3 weeks. I've been supposed to take her over your house to
Yeah.
use the cutter and the heat press for her little sweatshirt.
Yeah.
So
it's a family business.
yeah, we gotta make it.
That's
business.
y'all, man. Y'all alright, bro. Y'all, man. Can we get TLC in here? Like, on it. Listen, someone call me and let me produce this show, man. I got this, man. I got ideas. But
The fact that you actually do produce TV.
TLC. Listen, we'll talk more. But the family aspect, like, I really enjoy, like, y'all whole family, and also I wanted to put y'all are married men.
Yeah.
So let's talk about
family
like
first.
as married men, cousins, family, all that stuff, businessmen. How do you handle that as well? Because that's another animal, or I won't call animal. That's another aspect of life that can be difficult for some to deal with. I want to use my words carefully.
So I mean,
They coming up.
Yeah, you seen it.
man,
Try to
growing
clean
up,
that up right there. Like, whoa, that's right there.
so growing up, I didn't see. I want to say I saw a lot of failed marriages, one parent households. You know what I'm saying? So I met my wife in college, and this is I'm wilding out. I have no intention of settling down. I'm having the greatest time of my life.
He said that with such passion.
But look, I'll be real with y'all. So this was my second year of college. This was my wife's first. She got pregnant. We having our oldest daughter. Norfolk State is about 26.5 a year. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking, I want to get him another 26.5, take my ass home, get a job, and start supporting this woman. Because even back then, she was a beautiful woman. She was great. And she was dropping out. So, I made the decision to go home and get a job. We kept having kids. We started a relationship. Man, I love this woman. It's I'm going to do right by her, period. It's nothing breaking us up. It's, divorce is not an option. She knows this. And I made her pastor a promise. I made her mother a promise. Back when I was 20. What the hell I was thinking, but that's a heavy promise to make it 20, bro.
Yeah.
I got her. She's from Virginia. She's from like 3.5 hours south, and I moved her up here. We was 21. You know what I'm saying? 21, just had our second child. And she had balls enough to move because I couldn't do it. She from a little small country town. I brought her up to the city. No, she's a beast, man. Wife is a beast, man. One of the hardest working people I ever met in my life. So, yeah, marriage, it ain't hard. No, it's hard as hell. But, yeah, I'm sticking by her forever. You know what I'm saying?
I just gotta give y'all that time because, like, y'all passion is really, like, it's a real thing. And, like, y'all seem to love everything. And I knew y'all would talk about your wives.
And the passion spreads
Through
all
everything.
of it.
So I knew you would talk about your wives glowingly. And that
So
was
then look.
lovely, too.
Another thing quick. So,
This is all you got all the time.
I don't carry my family's name, right? So my mother and father got a certain last name. My older two brothers got a certain last name, but then it's me. My last name is Kokai, right? Swahili for teach the people. So, growing up, I was always preached to, you a whole new thing, right? You don't carry your family's name. You kind of starting something new. My father didn't want me to have a slave owner's name, right? So he gave me a free man's name. So, the woman I started having these children with, and this last name that I'm giving to these children, that's big for me. We something new. This is huge. So that's another little reason why, I go as hard as I go for the wife and kids. And thank God I got Mars. He's kind of my psychiatrist because it do get a little, we can bounce things off each other.
I'm saying, like, this, niggas need to hear it. It gets difficult. But listen, it's good. It's good shit when you got good people with you.
Yeah, like, marriage not easy at all. I ain't gonna sit here and say it is, but it's worth it in the end. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's worth it. Listen.
It's worth it. It's definitely worth it. But yeah, my wife, she amazing. She support me and everything. Like you said, I'm impulsive. And I'm a creator, so like, I feel like even to this day, my wife still don't all the way get the way I think. You know what I'm saying? But she tolerates it. You know what I'm saying? Because and I'm not even trying to sound like I'm this artsy dude, but when I say I'm a creator by every definition in the book. Like, I'm weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, the way my mind think is super different than a normal person.
The feng shui of the house is crazy, huh?
Yeah, but she supports it. She there. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I got busy. We got 4 kids. Our household is busy. You know what I'm saying? But it's times I got to step off and do what I got to do for the brand. 4 kids a lot to deal with on your own. You know what I'm saying? For that 2 hours I may need, she hold it down. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I respect it because it's not easy, because when she go out with her friends and everything, and I'm in the house with the kids by myself, I be like, stress. Like, God, everybody go to bed. What is 8:30? Everybody go to bed. The dogs in the cage, everything. But like she really hold it down. I appreciate her for it. But yeah, divorce not an option. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
we got our issues. Everybody got their issues. Yeah, nah. I'm 30.
The way my single friends talk about dating.
Shit's terrible out here. Shit's terrible out here.
We're not gonna do that. So, man, this has been, man, y'all. First of all, I want to say something. Y'all passion for fashion is something I really enjoy because it's a different type. I think when people talk about the Vogue and this is just like we like the art of the fashion. So I really appreciate. I really appreciate that. Like, from the heart, I really appreciate hearing dudes just be like, "Yo, I like this gear. I remember these hats." That jeans thing will be stuck on my mind for the longest. I promise you.
I'm still trying to find a good pair of 1960s. So I was blown they took the Gap out of the class.
They took the one off of Connecticut Ave too, because they used to be on my job. Shit's crazy. Yeah, it's not there no more. It's some random shop. Shit's crazy. Wild. But this is the point of the episode where we move. You got anything else?
No, sir.
You sure? I know you got something.
No, they did our job for
That's
us.
what I'm saying. All the family stuff, I was like, damn, motherfuckers hitting everything.
The name of the saying. Oh,
See?
the sayings.
There we go.
When it comes to your clothing.
I know you got something.
Because you had a T-shirt that said, "The world has gone mad." We all put that now. Yeah.
Jump right there.
Oh, and let's do that before. Hold on. Before you do that, they brought gifts. Take the other one, boo.
I apologize.
Listen, if you don't come here with gifts, you're not good people. Plastic Missiles, they brought us these lovely
I have to show the back of this shirt, though.
shirts. Look at that.
That just so happened to be my handwriting on the
Yeah,
back.
he wrote that.
Wow.
Ooh,
That's like his penmanship. That's how he writes on everything.
look at this.
That's not just like a graphic on a T-shirt.
What 2 is wearing. Another one.
So on his government documents, that's his handwriting.
Hey, don't forge that. Don't get too carried away.
Nah, but it's crazy. I really like his handwriting.
No, fact. So like with this shirt, like I just I saw it on the Instagram, and while we was doing the homework, and I just wanted to know like where do y'all get the inspiration for like some of those sayings? Like, where did this one come from? And like, plastic ain't cheap.
I think that's just another late night 2-hour convo.
Wow.
Like with me and Mars, the best things just come random conversations.
So you just be fried. He just be up sipping the brew, and then
We just be talking. Like literally, we'll be talking, and in the midst of our conversation, we'll say something. We'll be like, "That's about to be on the shirt." Like so, it's a lot of shirts. Like he said, the rose that grew from concrete. Everything has a meaning. You know, everything does, because it's like we try to, like, again, for the underdogs. The world's gone mad. We finally fit in. That's for the underdogs.
We were already the outsiders.
Exactly.
Now
Everybody
everybody's
got
crazy.
the ability to be great. Look at the world now. Everybody is fitting. Whether you emo, whether you gay, whether you a felon, everybody got the ability to be something. You know, everybody. It don't matter. Like, look at fashion today. If you see a nigga walking down the street with, I don't know, something wild in your eyes, to the next man, it's not gonna look crazy.
facts.
Everybody fits.
I had the jumper on this summer.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I bet you ain't look super crazy.
No, I was killing him.
Yeah,
I was
compliments.
killing him. I was
Yeah,
killing him.
that's what I'm
I was
saying.
killing him with the
We
jumper.
said he looked crazy.
Exactly.
But I went to the thrift. That's one thing I do. I would go to a fucking thrift
And
store
that's
and I
cool.
would see some shit. I'd be like, I need that.
The world's going mad. Everybody fit in.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, Charles had
the
people
meaning.
skating. Like when he copped his skates,
Yeah.
and like he posted videos and shit skating.
I was in Brooklyn.
Like,
I was just
you-
skating through
You
Bushwick.
had 4 wheels or like rollerblades?
Rollerblades.
Rollerblades.
Yeah, I got them in the crib. It's just not, I can't really rollerblade around. Ain't shit to
Yeah.
rollerblade around here. I might go to the Watkins Park soon, but that's
Yeah.
another
He
story for
said he
another
was on
day.
his brink shit. Like,
Yeah, no, I was really rollerblading. Then I fucked up my hand. It was bad, but
I might have been one of the only kids in the neighborhood with rollerblades.
Nah, I had rollerblades.
Oh, yeah?
yeah, I had rollerblades. That's what I'm saying. I had them back in the day. So this is some nostalgia shit.
Nigga pull up, stop, and turn.
street skis. nigga.
You used to watch Mighty Ducks when you.
Yeah, that's my shit, bro. Mighty Ducks great. What was the joint on Spike TV, the little roller joint where they used to ride and then like pump roller jam? I used to watch that shit, man. I was just
Oh, yeah, I do remember that.
yeah.
And that joint came on like right before that little trampoline basketball. joint.
You
Yeah, I
remember?
yeah.
On Friday nights,
Yes,
shit used to
sir.
go
Good
up
time.
crazy. All right, man, we getting too much nostalgia. It's crazy now.
I was definitely about to bring up the wrestling because you had to watch the wrestling, then you had to watch that joint.
see,
and
nah.
then you
See, I'm the big time back in the day wrestling fan. Like major. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta give some vintage wrestling pieces soon. Then
Oh, look.
Well, that's not right now.
We ain't gonna say it. We ain't gonna
oh, look at that! Ooh.
Yeah.
I
You
like
almost-
that.
You almost had the exclusive.
I almost wrote it out. I almost wrote it out.
You almost got it.
Almost.
The ideas are endless.
Ooh, I love to
Need to
hear.
speak on it.
I love to hear. All
All right,
right.
one more. Designs. Since both of you are artists, how do y'all select which design that who designs it goes on the next piece?
So Mars, I would say, is the better graphic designer for sure.
Okay.
I just started, you know, because I was pen to paper, you know,
But-
marker to paper.
So does he ever take that and then make it a graphic
So
design?
that kind of started with the World's Gone Mad team.
Okay.
So he said, hey man, write this out 5 times different ways. So that was my, you know, start getting into that. So I did a little graphic. I don't think we took anything I made graphically yet. But Mars typically, late night, I get a text, 5 designs. Hey, yo, cuz, what you think? And so, you know, we'll bounce stuff off. He'll make, and the thing about him, he quick with the changes. Hey man, try this blue to this color. Boom. All right, what you think? And I'm like, God damn, girl, teach me. So yeah, Mars is like the graphic design genius to plastic, really, to be honest.
Yeah, but a lot of it like, just to pinpoint on what you said, like a lot of it comes from sketches from him.
Okay.
So like we both draw. I feel like he's the better drawer, but we both draw, and you know what I'm saying. Like it may be pieces I do, but a lot of it'd be something he done sketched out, and then I take what his sketch is, and I put it together.
Okay.
The colors, he may not really specify the colors on things, but I'll make a whole. Like I'll make it a graphic, something that's like presentable to a manufacturer. Like I do the tech pack, I do the make it a PNG image, whatever they need.
I don't even understand.
I can
all
put
that.
I can put it into the software and I can make it a vision. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much how it works. And yeah, we just make do.
And then, you know, we got a team we bounce it off to.
Yeah.
We got a nice little text thread.
Yeah.
Shout out to the team.
Input.
Yeah, definitely shout out to the team.
Yeah.
For sure.
Cause they be bringing up stuff that we don't even see. Big time. They be like, nah, that ain't gonna look good on that colored garment. I be like, oh damn, yeah. Right.
You know, it's good to have some ladies on the team too.
Yeah.
Because
It
they pressing us
definitely
for the ladies with.
Yeah.
Even Mom Dukes is pressing us for the ladies with, you know? So hopefully that be coming soon too. You know, some things specifically for the ladies.
I
Yeah.
like that. I like that.
For sure.
This the point of the episode where y'all look in the mirror. Y'all look directly into the
Look in
mirror.
the mirror, huh?
Oh fuck! What did I say? Damn, camera. They say the camera's a reflection of yourself. Might as well be a mirror. But you look in the camera, look directly into the camera, and you tell the people, all the people, something about you, from them to you, and you let them know about yourself. We say nothing. All you.
Mars?
Yeah, I'm not saying. So like what?
Whatever you want. You can promote yourself. You can let them know where to find you.
You can tell them where the best chicken is in the city. Whatever you want.
Quick
Tell them.
excerpt about yourself.
That Louisiana real, the Wingstop is crazy. I just discovered that like a month ago. So.
Best
love
chicken
to.
and mumbo sauce at Lenny's on 202, by the way.
It's Landover Curry. It's Landover Curry.
That's on 202 too.
Alright.
But you just go like
I'm loving
2
this
minutes up
Landover
the street
love
from
right now. I was trying to hold it down.
go 2 minutes up the street on 202 where the shopping center where the Aldi's is. That's Landover Carry Out. But best chicken and mumbo sauce in the city. I don't care what nobody say. But you can find my personal page at Marty_Missiles. You can follow us on Instagram at Plastic Missiles. YouTube coming soon. A lot of drops coming soon.
We figuring out TikTok. Our kids
Yeah.
helping us out.
Yeah, figuring out TikTok. Listen to the kids, bro. Kids, bro. But yeah, that's where you can find us at.
So yeah.
Not to cut you off. Website plasticmissiles.com.
Yeah,
Go
for
order
sure.
something.
Please. These kids expensive.
Yeah.
So yeah, Instagram. Ooh, I just changed it. Just call me _2 TU. Plasticmissiles.com. Come shop. Come look around. Sign up. Plastic Motorsports coming soon.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah, that jump tough.
Yeah.
This just a sample. This ain't coming out. This
See?
just a sample.
What?
Mr.
I ain't even gonna
One-on-Ones.
lie. I made this like 10 minutes before I came.
Mr. One-on-Ones.
I made this jump like 10 minutes before I came.
That jump go crazy.
Make
But
sure
it's
you whip
not
me up
coming
one
out.
too.
I'll show you what's really coming out.
That orange on that thing getting crazy, ain't it?
See?
Right? Feelings are just. You said, can we end the show?
I just want you to know they told you what the best chicken was in the DMV. So I'm just like,
Charles is just like,
how about that? I'm just saying, you're not getting that anywhere else. After they give you great fashion advice, get better fashion. Watch this episode and do better fashion. I feel like this should help you guys with your fashion.
Trust yourself, bro.
I feel like at this point, if you need fashion, you just come to this podcast.
Honestly, if you listen to this episode on repeat,
Wow.
your fashion should be
Those
okay.
joggers gonna go crazy.
Yeah, that's the real jump.
Wow.
This job like just like
Oh yeah, that's
image.
whoa.
Yeah.
I really like that shirt.
That trucker hat go crazy too.
That white with the black is crazy. I like white and black these days.
Page. That was a sample.
Oh wow.
All right, we can end the episode now. Too much fashion.
Man, thank y'all for having us. Though.
Ah,
For sure.
just
Thank you for coming.
y'all niggas was amazing.
Them Jones gonna go crazy.
Yeah.